Good morning, everyone, and today should be a very fun day on the channel. No bulldogs today because they are out getting groomed. I already dropped them off. Recently, I made a video about the 2017 Corvette Grand Sport. They did not give it the Corvette Z06 clear taillights. The hood vent is different. The side blades are a little bit different, so it is different. And the Grand Sport, the new one, also has the old Z06 and Grand Sport Cup Edition wheels, the Cup 2 wheels, which I love, by the way. And a lot of people didn't like the fact that in the title of that video, I said, you know, is it just a fake Z06? And let's be honest here. Number one, I use titles that grab people's attention. Number two, I don't really think that it's a fake, Z06. And in most ways, I totally understand what the Grand Sport is. It's the handling and everything good about the Z06, just with less power. And, with the new Z06 having some engine problems, you could say it might even be better than the Z06. Because here's the thing, in the aftermarket, you can get a Pro Charger kit or whatever and make just as much power, if not more, than a Z06 from the factory and still come in, with less money than you would spend on a Z06. So I get that. So I know everyone was upset, but I get it. So today what we're doing is meeting up with fellow YouTuber Andrew, otherwise known as Gold Pony on YouTube. I will put his channel info in the description. GoPro, please turn around if you'd like to check it out. He has an incredibly extensive portfolio of car reviews on his channel. It's definitely very cool. I guess this is the only thing I'm taking, so I don't really need this. Yeah, so his channel info will be in the description, and I gotta give him a big shout out for setting this whole thing up. He contacted me. We did a review a while ago, actually, of when the 2016 Corvette first came out. We did one together. I'll put a link to that video in the description as well. He hit me up a couple days ago and said, would you want to drive a 2017? And I'm not gonna turn down the chance to drive someone else's car. And I also figured it'd be a good opportunity to try out a 2017 Grand Sport, since I just made that video on the channel about them the other day. So anyway, let's get to it, because as always, I'm running a little bit late. I swear, I can never be on time for anything when I'm making YouTube videos, but it's okay because we're gonna be there in just 1 second. Told you it would only take a second. Mike Stud. Hey, buddy. What's up, dude? Oh, it looks good, man.
Yeah, Grand Sport.
Ooh, I like this setup. These were the same wheels they had on the old 13, I think 12 and 13 cars. Look at the Duramax out there, though.
That's what I saw. I originally thought it was you.
I know, it looks like me. Those are like 37s. That's a big truck. Come here to look at a Corvette, distracted by Duramax. This looks a lot different, whatever's going on in here. I pulled my car in here just to get a video thumbnail real quick, but this is where you can see some of the differences. Here, let's look in the front grille, what I was talking about. See, it's obviously a lot different. See, it's a different setup there. The hood vent, well, and of course the side blades, which I think are actually the same, except for the Grand Sport has these bigger things on the outside, whereas the Z06 does not. And of course the backs and the taillights. I love these wheels so much. I would totally rock those on my car. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll get them. I'm sorry, Andrew. You ready to drive? This is the Grand Sport badge. Of course, the Stingray one just says Stingray with the little Stingray emblem. This is really nice. I actually like this a lot. And then the Z06 one just says Z06, 650 horsepower, 650 pound-feet of torque. This is classier than the Z06 one. How does it feel to be back? And is this the first time you've driven a Corvette since our last video?
It has, yeah.
Oh boy. Last time we were not impressed with the automatic transmission. Andrew's in the passenger seat. He's got this massive camera apparatus here. Now this is an automatic, so there's no clutch pedal. He's 6'2", so I have to push the seat up. Here we go. And we're in drive. We're driving the 2017 Grand Sport now. That is immediately apparent. Got a WRX on the right. Now this is of course the 8-speed automatic like we just covered. And the last time that I drove an 8-speed automatic, I wasn't necessarily that impressed with it. I just felt like it wasn't shifting at the places that I would like it to, and it felt a little clunky. But while he was driving and I was over in the passenger seat, it felt a lot better, like a lot smoother. Other than that, not surprisingly, it feels exactly like the Z06. Although for some reason the steering, even though I'm in sport mode, feels a little bit lighter in this car. I don't know, I'm probably just insane. But we're gonna test out the acceleration here in a second. And foot down. There we go. Nice little backfire there. Yeah, I mean, it definitely is a quick car. It's not like it feels slow. I probably shouldn't have said that in the other video. Like it's obviously a quick car. It just doesn't feel that fast after driving a Z06 around for a long time. But if you're gonna get this car, you're not gonna be disappointed. Yeah, the shifting, you know, I swear to you, it feels much better. Maybe they did adjust the tuning. Maybe it's for the Grand Sport. Maybe it's just for, you know, all 2017 models or what. But it feels, this 8-speed now feels a lot better. Now the problem still lies here. If I go to manual mode and I click a paddle, it's still not immediate. Although it feels a little quick. Doesn't it feel quicker now?
It might feel a little quicker, but
or am I insane?
I'm with you. It's not immediate.
It's not like a PDK. And I know Chevy claims like, oh, it's as fast as a PDK. And I get what they're saying. I'm sure that the shift itself is probably as fast as a PDK. But what we're talking about, you know, when Parker from Vehicle Virgin said this, even though I made a joke about it, I knew what he was saying. It doesn't, it's the responsiveness of the paddle. Like when you're in manual mode, you go up here and you click. See, you could probably hear that delay in video. You see, that's a long time. That's a long time in a modern car, and it shouldn't be that long. That's the one thing about the new 8-speed from Chevy that still makes me upset. You know, after driving this though, I get what a lot of people were saying. Number one, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video really quickly, the big thing for me if you're gonna buy a Grand Sport is this, is that you can easily make this faster and probably more reliable, like the whole Z06 track overheating thing. Now they say they're gonna fix that for 2017, who knows? But you could buy a Grand Sport for, you know, 15 or 20 grand less than a Z06, probably somewhere in that neighborhood financially. And then all you gotta do is get a Pro Charger kit, or there's a lot of different options you could do to make this car faster, or at least as fast as a Z06, and still be cheaper, and probably still be as reliable. The only thing you have to worry about, of course, then, when you get into modifications like that, is the warranty. You know, if that bothers you, that's definitely something you gotta keep in mind. Maybe the Z06 is the better car for you right off the bat. But, you know, I totally understand what people were saying. This is a viable option as a replacement for a Z06, and it's not just like, oh, it's a fake Z06. This car clearly stands on its own, and I definitely understand that. Still sounds pretty good. All right, so we are now turning back into the dealership, and after driving this car around for a while, I see what people are saying about it. It has pretty much all the advantages of the Z06, all the great things about it, minus the power, and you can come up with the power in other ways if that's what matters to you. So honestly, you know, the Grand Sport's a hell of a car, and maybe I was wrong just a little bit in my video to say that, you know, in some ways it's a fake Z06. Maybe, maybe not, but either way, this is a fantastic car, and I really enjoy driving it. So a big thank you to Andrew, Gold Pony, of course. Again, his channel info will be in the description for setting this whole thing up. When the 2018s come out, are we gonna drive them again?
Heck yeah, this is an annual tradition now.
This is our thing. Every time we're gonna go drive a new Corvette every year. But I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you're stopping in for the first time, please subscribe. Take care, have a great day. Let's go to a little rev battle video now.